I hope you're ready because Gucci is popping with a brand new eyeshadow palette, and we are going to be doing a full review, demo, first impression, comparisons, and all that. This one is a gorgeous floral eyeshadow palette. It's made in Italy and it's $152. I know, don't come for me, but can somebody tell me why is it more money than the first one?
What a
They
fuck?
come with the same amount of product. What is it? Do they change prices by the design of the palette? You already know how I feel about gold, so this packaging, it's gorgeous. Chef kiss, I love it. It's pink, and then this gold situation all around. It's light. In the back of the palette, both of them say that they come with 0.31 ounces. They're the same exact size. So I don't know why one of them it's more money than the other one. So here you have this cutie inside. You're getting 12 shades. You're getting matte, metallics, and satin finishes. Here you have them side by side, the first one and the second one. In pictures, I thought that the shades look similar, but they also look similar in person. So we're gonna have to see what's up with that. I mean, in the first one, you're getting a black and orange. The mattes look a lot darker than the mattes that we get in here. I'm gonna be giving you some live swatches, and first we're gonna start with the metallic shades. This one is a fiery orange, or blue, and then this beautiful turquoise. And then here you have the satin shades. That's a silver blue. And then a light pink. Then the matte, we have this peachy pink. Super light. Dark brown. I swatched them yesterday and they swatched a lot better than this. This one. And then you have this light mauve. Oh, that's a pretty color. See, let me build it up. Let's see if we build it up a second pass. How do they look? Alright, so they do look a lot better after you build them up. If anything, you just have to build them up a little tiny bit more, and then the pigmentation is gonna be on point. The metallic shades, yes. Now I'm swatching the first one so we can compare the shades. The matte, they feel the same. But let me tell you that when it comes to the metallic shades, there's a big difference when it comes to formulation. Like this shade right here, it feels so fucked up, like crumbly and like just not good, you know. And it got a lot more sparkles than the metallics that we're getting in the new palette. Same thing with this one. We don't have this type of shades in the new palette that is like sparkly, glittery. Look at that. It's not giving anything. No. And even the mattes, I take the bag from the new palette, they feel softer and a lot more velvety than the old formulation. So overall, the formula from the new palette, it is better than the old one. When it comes to satin shades, they do feel the same, which is the shades right here. The first one and the second one. As you can see, they do complement each other. When it comes to the color stories, they flow together. Even though the shades, they're not exactly the same, if you glance at them, you would definitely think that they're from the same palette. Look at the metallic shades in the new palette. They are divine. Look at the reflex. And then the mattes are nice and velvety. 1000%, the formulation in the second palette, it's a lot better than the first one. Then back to the similarities. The mattes that you get in the first palette, they're more warm. In the new palette, you're getting one warm, and then the other one is a little bit more cool tone. Then in the first palette, you're getting those two orangey shades, and I get it. You're basically getting the same shade in the new palette, but shimmery. See that? And then in the first palette, you get those two sparkly shades that I don't like them at all. In here, you're getting the beautiful satin purple shade. Then, of course, the blues. I mean, they're not exactly the same shades. And if you do get shades that do look similar, they're not going to be the same formulation. The swatches and the formula in the second palette, it is 1000 times better than the first one. And now look at them from this lighting. Oh my gosh, those metallic shades, they're given though. Yes. Well, even my husband just told me right now that when you look at them, they do look like they're from the same palette. In case you didn't know, this case comes with this removable tray that you can take it off, and then you can keep this and use it for a keepsake or a jewelry box. Which this is the reason why they're charging so much, because once you take the makeup out of here, it looks very cheapy, sad, and poor. It is what it is. So I personally won't use this as jewelry box, and I don't recommend you to do it either, because when you put your things in there and you close this up, all it's going to do is just mix together. It's going to move around, and you are going to end up fucking your shit up. And if you're gonna use it to save things, I mean, what can you really put in here? This is all the space you have. This. Maybe some money, a card, but that's about it. And if you're gonna use it to go out at night, because in my opinion, I mean, it looks cute with a cute dress, you know, you carry your thing around, but then not even a lipstick fit in here. What girl is going to go out at night with a dress and something like this? And then you can even put a lipstick inside. You feel me? You know, it's like they make you believe, oh my gosh, this is super cute. You can use it for this, you can use it for that. But then after you're like stuck with it, after you get it, it's like, huh, what the heck I'm gonna use this for? You feel me? But besides all the deal with the case, let's just put that to the side, because I didn't get this because of the case. I got it because of the makeup. Let me bring you all up in my grill and show you really quick how I created this look. I primed my eyelid with my Holy Grail from Jura Cosmetics, the eye base, and I'm not gonna set it. Now with a big fluffy brush, I'm going to be using the E29 from Rose and Ben Beauty. And we're going to start with this shade right here. This is going to be my transition shade, so I'm blending it in above my crease. And I am going to build it up a little bit more. So it definitely looks darker in the pen. On the eye, you can barely see it on me, and I already built it up. This is all it's going to give you. So now with a regular blending brush, this one is the Classic Crease from Sonia G. We're going to be picking up this shade, and we're going to be blending it right here, only on the outer V of the eye. I'm going to be picking up a little bit more with the same brush. This one is a pretty cool tone shade. I don't have to build it up no more. I only deep in twice. And we're gonna blend circular motions up and down. I'm wiping off my brush, and then now we're gonna be moving on with this shade. And we're gonna be blending this one right here in this area, same way. Circular motions, up and down, up and down. Now we're gonna be using a small blending brush, the Mini Booster from Sonia G it is, and we're gonna be going in with this shade. I'm gonna be applying this one right here on my outer V. And let's blend it, slow circular motions. And keep it in this place, don't bring it up too high. This is just gonna give some definition to the eye look. So far, no struggle. I did build the colors up, but not even that much. I don't have no fallout. Now we have to cut the crease, and I'm gonna be using my P. Louis base. This is the shade 0. I'm gonna be applying a little drop right here in the back of my hand. I have a couple of brushes that I like to use when I have to cut my crease, but lately I've really been enjoying this one from Makeup by Ariel and Morphe. This one is the 119, and this set right here for your cut crease, it's everything. I'm gonna pick it up. First, I'm gonna apply right here very close to my lashes. Open up the eye, and then now you have your mark. Now I'm gonna pass that line. You have to make sure you go no higher than that. And then now with whatever I have left on my brush, I'm gonna start dragging the primer towards the center of my lid. And then I'm gonna pick up my finger, and this harsh line right there, I'm gonna just pat it in to just smooth it out a little bit. I'm gonna apply a little bit more right here, and we're gonna be doing the same thing. Open up the eye, and then now we're gonna start making this a little sharper and cleaner. But you see how easy this brush makes everything? Boom! But you see how easy it is? If you use this brush, I promise you that you're gonna thank me later. If you have a hard time every time you have to cut your crease, you definitely need something like this. Now with my worker part from Sonia G, we're gonna be picking up this shade right here, and I'm gonna start packing it right here where I cut the crease. You see how pretty this blue is though? And that's just the way it is. And when it comes to applying the blue in this area right here, you have to make sure that you don't do no blending, no pulling, no dragging, none of that. You have to pick it up and pat it in, and then pick it up again and keep going all the way until you're done, because you cannot move the primer underneath. I'm loving the way it looks dry. Normally I will feel the urge to wet my brush, but no, it's popping, it looks bright, it's opening my eye, and even though my brush is wet, I have no fallout. I've got my mini booster from Sonia G. We're gonna be picking up this shade. It's like a shimmery plumpy shade, and I'm gonna be using it to transition these two colors together. So I'm gonna blend it right here on the center, and I'm just gonna go back and forth between these two shades. Now we're gonna need a little detail brush. You can use something like the A7 from Makeup by Ariel and Morphe, or like the M431 from Morphe. I'm gonna apply a little bit more of the P. Louise base right here, and I'm gonna be picking it up with this little tiny brush. And the same way that you see that I created this little line right here, I'm gonna be doing the same thing in this side, but first with the eye base. Just like that. I'm cleaning the brush right here in the little towel that I have in front of me, and I'm gonna be picking up this shade. I'm gonna apply right on top of the base. Same thing we did with the blue. We're not dragging, blending, pulling, none of that. We're patting the shimmer in. I'm wiping off the brush, and now we're gonna be picking up this blue that is a little lighter than this one. And I'm using this one to blend the edges right here where I cut my crease. See, I thought that this blue was gonna be a lot lighter than the other blue, but when you mix them up, you can't tell which one is which one. They look like the same color. What a waste. Now I'm gonna be using my M431 brush from Morphe. I'm gonna wet it a little bit. And I'm gonna be picking up a little bit more of the lightest blue. Gonna apply it on the tear duct. Now we're gonna take this off. To make everything pop a lot more, I applied a little bit of my favorite liners. This one is from Marc Jacobs in the shade Whirlpool on my waterline. Let's do some mascara. You apply lashes if you want. Now for the lower lash, we're gonna be using my flat definer from Sonia G, and we're gonna start with this shade right here. And I'm just applying it all along my lower lash. Now I'm going to be using my other flat definer from the Kayaki set. This one is the one that I like to wet. I'm going to wet it with my setting spray. I'm going to be picking up this purple shade, and I'm going to apply it right on the outside of my lower lash. Now I'm cleaning my brush, and I'm going to wet the other side of it. And let's pick up a little bit of this one. And we're going to be applying this one in the inner part of my lower lash. Very minimum fallout, to be honest with you. Barely none. Alright babes, so we are done with the application part of this video. If you like the look, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. The claims didn't let me down. It is giving soft texture, barely fallout, one stroke pigmentation, but I do think that the shimmers in this palette performed a little bit better when it comes to pigmentation than the mattes. I didn't need to build them up. I didn't even wet my brush. They need no help. But when it comes to the mattes, I do think they're very light. I wish that we had at least 2-3 more shades a little deeper than the ones that we have right here, even though I do love them. I love the formulation. I love the eye look, but I have to tell you one thing. I can create the same exact look using this palette from Huda Beauty. This one is a Mercury Retrograde. way. And when I'm telling you that I did this before, I did it. You basically have the same colors, just different formulations. You get the light blue, the purple, the light pink, and the mattes. So if you have this palette from Huda Beauty, you definitely don't need this one. I'm telling you. I'm gonna put it to you like this. If you already have a lot of palettes in your collection, 9 out of 10 you already have the shade that we're getting in this new palette from Gucci. If you don't have this pretty blue color story, then that's another story. The shades, they're chef kiss. I do have to give credit to Gucci because they definitely did improve the formulation. Thank you for that. Definitely love it a lot more than the first one. But even though everything was all Gucci in today's video, I still don't think this palette is a must-have. I don't think it's worth the money. You definitely don't need to spend $152 for this color story. Trust me when I tell you that you can buy this shade in another palette for a lot less money. Now, if you are not getting this because of this shade and you are getting it because of the case, I already told you what I think about that at the beginning of the video. Nothing fits in here. Nothing. The each his own. Don't forget to let me know in the comment section down below, what do you think about this baby? Do you like it? You don't like it? You want it? You don't? Let me know. And don't forget that I love you to the moon and back. Mwah. See you on the next one.